What's good, YouTube man? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all having a very blessed day. We got some more basketball as always. Let's get into it. Today we got December 20th and December 21st. It's slate of basketball. Without further ado, let's get into it. We will start with December 20th, of course, and Joel Embiid returns for his 7th game of the season, and he drops 34, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 50% from the field as the 76ers pick up a win against the Hornets. It's about time, man. I feel like I haven't seen this dude play in forever. Like, it's actually ridiculous how soft he is. If you had the job to play basketball and get paid millions for it and be 7'1", being one of the most dominant scorers in the league, you're sitting out every game for the most minor reasons? I feel like you can play with a nasal fracture or whatever it is, bro. Any part of your face, I feel like you can play through. You can wear masks. Either way, Joel Embiid, welcome back nonetheless, and he's back to doing what he does. But Paul George is back to being ass. He had 5 points this game on 2 for 12 shooting. That is 16% from the field. Somehow he had 10 rebounds and 8 assists though. But this brother was ass on the offense tonight, and he played 38 minutes. Just a very inconsistent player currently. I hope he can prove me wrong because I like Paul George, and I know 76ers fans, they're starting to question signing him. The Cleveland Cavaliers are now 24-4 after beating the Milwaukee Bucks. No Damian Lillard, but Giannis had 33 and 14. And absolutely nobody else on the Bucks helped Giannis. The second leading scorer was Chris Middleton with 14 points. No help. There was 2 people in the starting lineup with 0 points. Either way, the Cavs are looking like the most complete team in basketball right now. They have their front court, 2 of the best big men in the league. Their back court, 2 of the best guards, and then their small forward is pretty solid. You got Dean Wade, a Ty Jerome, a Karis LeVert. Like, they got a really stacked team. Donovan Mitchell had 27 points this game. And then everybody else had like 15, 10, like Jared Allen with 10, Evan Mobley with 15, Darius Garland with 16. Like, they really just be having like one standout player, and then everybody else is like 15 points, which is very, very good. Like, they just work as a team, and I cannot wait to watch this team in the playoffs. I cannot wait to see if this team ends up with a better record than the Golden State Warriors, 73-9. If they do, that is insane. That is ridiculous. And then going to the West, the best team out West, the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are 22-5. Jalen Williams, they played the Miami Heat. They beat them. Jalen Williams with 33 points on 48% shooting. Jalen Williams, man, is looking like a potential all-star this season. He's averaging about 20 points per game on a 22-5 team. It's getting scary. They're doing this without Chet Holmgren. Shea had 25, 7, and 4. Shea is the potential MVP so far this season. It's Giannis, Shea, and Jokic. That is the run right now. There is nobody even close to those 3. Luka has not been very good this season. And yeah, this Oklahoma City Thunder team is just absolutely scary, man. Before we end off December 20th, day of basketball, I would like to go over the standings as of December 20th. The grit in my highlights, like the things that stick out to me the most, So the Grizzlies are second in the West right now after missing the playoffs last year. Interesting what having one of the best point guards in the league does. Ja Morant missed the entirety of last season. He played only 9 games, had his gun suspension, and then he tore his shoulder, his labrum, and the Grizzlies did not make the playoffs. Ja Morant is now back. The Grizzlies are the 2nd seed. They have 2 potential rookie of the years in Jalen Wells and Zach Edey. They pick up Jay Huff. Jaren Jackson Jr. is looking like he has improved. The Grizzlies are looking like a very good team right now. The Houston Rockets are shocking everybody. They are the 3rd seed. Never in my life would I have thought that this Houston Rockets team would have been this good this season. They are truly shining. Jalen Green is playing amazing. Alperen Sengun could be an all-star. Amon Thompson's playing amazing. Like, this team, Fred VanVleet's playing pretty good. Dylan Brooks is playing pretty good. Like, this is just, like, it's shocking. I'm pretty sure in my predictions video, I said the Houston Rockets would be like a 9th or 10th seed. They are exceeding that. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to the Rockets, man. You guys have some players I like. Play Cam Whitmore some more. Play Reed Shepherd some more. And I'm going to follow y'all. I'm going to like your team. The Warriors went from the 1st seed to fighting for a play-in spot. The Warriors went from being the 1st or the 2nd seed. They are now the 10th seed. Warriors fans, what happened? I know what happened. Stephen Curry has no help. Buddy Hield became ass. Andrew Wiggins has been good. Jonathan Kuminga's been all right. Draymond's ass. Draymond's too old. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Steph has no help. Like, Warriors fans, man. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry because you guys had Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry on the same team. I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for you Warriors fans, man. You guys had almost a decade of winning. Just straight winning. So for that, I guess you guys did have to go through 2020 and 2021, but then you got 2022. So yeah, enjoy this bad year. Just enjoy Steph Curry. Just enjoy Stephen Curry's last years of his prime, man. It's going to go away. It's going to be gone soon. Probably, I think next season Stephen Curry is going to maybe average below 20 points per game. We will see. But yeah, Warriors, the fall off is real. The New Orleans Pelicans, I talked about this in the last video. Now seeing the standings that the NBA released, this team is absolutely terrible. I already talked about what they should do in the last video I made. I said they need to blow this team up. I said they need to trade Zion. I said they need to trade Brandon Ingram. This team, they're 5-23. They're the 15th seed in the West. This is absolutely ridiculous, man. And I actually do feel bad for New Orleans fans because you guys have been dealing with this crap every single year. You draft the number 1 player who is said to be the next LeBron James, and he can't even stay on the court for 10 games in a row. Pray for you, New Orleans fans. Maybe you get Cooper Flag, and then maybe you trade Zion. The rebuild, you guys could have a good rebuild, man. All right, December 21st, slate of basketball. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with the Lakers versus Kings game. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James turns 40 in 9 days, and he is dropping 32.7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals on 54% shooting, carrying Anthony Davis, who's in his prime still, carrying D'Angelo Russell. Actually, D'Angelo Russell had a solid game off the bench. He had 20 points, but Anthony Davis with 10 points. Like, 10, come on, 80. Like, this man's gonna be 40 soon. I cannot fathom what this man is doing. The greatest player of all time. If you disagree with me, shut up. I don't care. Don't speak to me. The Orlando Magic defeat the Miami Heat and are exceeding my expectations of what they can do without Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. And they're 18-12. And Cole Anthony with one of the most surprising best games I've ever seen in my life. 35 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists in 28 minutes to carry this team to defeat the Miami Heat without their 2 best players. Shout out Cole Anthony, man. He was like crying after this game, and it made me emotional because I really like Cole Anthony. He's a really funny, energetic, extroverted. He's just a very good guy. And may God bless him. God blessed him with this performance that he put up because of the hard work he put in. Shout out Cole Anthony, man. Shout out the Magic. Shout out Contavious Caldwell Pope for putting up 24 points. But the Miami Heat, man, I don't really know what to say about them. Jimmy Butler's barely even playing. Tyler Hero is pretty much putting this entire team on his back. Bam Adebayo is having some good games, but Bam Adebayo is not consistent. Shout out Tyler Hero, though, for doing his best. He's taking a leap this year, but the Heat are not good. Stephen Curry has bounced back after having the worst game of his career in his last game, defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves and dropping 31 points and 10 assists. I knew he was going to do this. If you people said he was washed, y'all are smoking something not good for your brain. We all know legends can never be washed. They will bounce back and have a good game. Stephen Curry is one of those legends, and this is what he does. The second highest scorer in this game was Trace Jackson Jr. or Trace Jackson Davis. Schroeder was ass. Wiggins was ass. Buddy Hield was ass. Stephen Curry put his team on his back. He put the whole team on his back this game. Shout out Steph Curry. The Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't really know what to say about them, man. That Julius Randle trade was one of the worst things they could have ever done. But one of the best things that they could have done for Cat's growth, because Karl Anthony Towns, I don't think he would have been playing this good if he did not get traded. The Milwaukee Bucks played the Washington Wizards without Giannis or Damian Lillard, both out due to illness, I think. And Bobby Portis with Michael Portis, Bobby Jordan Jr., 34 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals on 66% shooting. He said, you know what, Giannis? Chill at home. Eat your chicken noodle soup. Rest up from your illness. Drink your tea. I'm all good. I'm going to turn into Michael Jordan real quick. Have we ever seen Bobby Portis act like this? Chris Middleton also had a very good game, but this Bobby Portis game blew me away. I don't care if it's against the Wizards. The Wizards, they're an NBA team nonetheless. Bobby Portis is a role player, X-Factor player, and he became the superstar of this game. And shout out Jordan Poole for dropping 26, man. He's carrying this Wizards team, but it's the Wizards, so nothing you can do about it. Remember when the Bulls beat the Celtics last video? Yeah, well, the Celtics brought them back to reality. The score was 123-98. The Celtics win, and Jason Tatum had one of the craziest games I've ever seen. You thought that Bobby Portis game was crazy? Nah. Jason Tatum dropped 43 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. What a incredible game. Shout out Jason Tatum, man. Shutting those people up, shutting those haters up. Shout out Porzingis, who returned 22.7 rebounds from him. And nobody else did really anything special. I mean, you don't need to when you got Jason Tatum doing that. The Bulls got absolutely smoked. No player of the game for the Bulls. You were all ass. Y'all pray. Dear basketball gods, I pray for this league amongst us. I pray for its safety. I pray for all the other players in this league. Why am I praying? Because Victor Wembanyama had 30 points and 10 blocks with 4 3-pointers. 10 blocks? 10 blocks? What am I? I'm 18 years old. I get to witness LeBron's retirement, and I get to witness Victor Wembanyama's entire career. Thank you, God. Thank you. I get to witness Victor Wembanyama's prime. Also, Charles Bassey had a pretty good game off the bench with 16 points, 12 rebounds. The Spurs beat the Trailblazers by 20 points, 114-94. Shaden Sharp had a good game with 25 points. Shout out Shaden Sharp. Shaden Sharp is a true bucket, and I like Shaden Sharp, so you know I'm gonna talk about him. But yeah, pray for this league, man. That's a ridiculous game from Wemby. Kevin Durant drops 43 points and 6 assists and loses to the Detroit Pistons. Pray for Kevin Durant, man. This Suns team is ass. Bradley Beal, 26 points. One of the only good games he's had. Bradley Beal still, I'll keep saying it, Bradley Beal does not fit this team. Devin Booker did not play. That is the only reason why Beal had a good game. Shout out Tyus Jones, who it was the best addition for this team, but they're still not good enough. They're wasting KD's last prime years. They're not going to go anywhere in the playoffs. They'll get swept again by pretty much any Western team almost. But this Pistons team is something great, man. Let me tell you, Cade Cunningham is a true superstar with 28 points and 13 assists. Cade Cunningham is 100% going to be an all-star starter this year, probably. And this Pistons team is looking promising. I said that my predictions video, I said the Pistons will make the play-in tournament, and I am so far correct. Jaden Ivey with a good game. Jalen Duren with a good game. Malik Beasley has been an amazing shooter for them off the bench, especially paired with Cade Cunningham's playmaking. But yeah, pray for KD, man. Shout out to the Pistons. And before we end the video, some extra things that are important to talk about is James Harden has passed Tim Duncan to become the 16th all-time scorer in the of all time. I was about to say in the league, but no, James Harden is now the 16th all-time leading scorer. So now he's at 26,497 points. He's right behind Dominique Wilkins, who has 26,668 points. He's going to pass Dominique Wilkins this season, so he will become 15th. He's going to pass Oscar Robertson. He will pass Hakeem Olajuwon, and he's going to pass Elvin Hayes. So once this season is over, James Harden should be the 12th. He's going to be 12th in scoring. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. Shout out James Harden, one of the greatest scorers this generation has ever seen. Houston Harden, probably the greatest scorer of all time. Houston Harden in specifics. But yeah, man. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, it's going to be quick, but Evan Mobley had one of the most ridiculous posters I've ever seen. The Cavs won again. Cavs are like crazy. But look at this. Look at this goddamn... Excuse my language. I'm trying to cut that word out. Look at this gosh dang poster. Look at it. Did you see that poster, bro? Anyways, that's going to be the amazing basketball for today. A great couple days in the league. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. God bless. I hope you enjoyed.